Good morning, folks. The time is 10:19 a.m. Mountain Standard Time on the 29th of May, 2025. And of course, we know that that's the 30th for our friends on the other side of the planet. There are friends in Australia, our friends in Melbourne. How's everybody doing today? Hope you're all doing fantastic. Not just the folks in Melbourne, folks everywhere. Hope everyone's doing awesome. My name's Lee. I'm the guy who started the group. Well, I thought it was funny. You, my friends, are you, and you're awesome. And how do I know you're awesome? Well, we'd be nothing without you. We were nothing without you. Now you're here. We're awesome. Therefore, I think the math says you're awesome, my friends. And math doesn't lie, right? Cheers to us, folks. Cheers to being awesome. And once again, if you're having a drinking game where I take a shot every time I say awesome, see you tomorrow, folks. You're ready to pass out. You know what? We are over 760,000 members in our group here. Groups, actually. There's two groups. And we are over 760,000 members. Significantly over. Like 763, 764, something like that. That is amazing, my friends. Another amazing. But that really is. That's crazy. I love it. And I like to say this every day. That's more people than a lot of cities have population. So let's call us what we are. The funniest city on the internet. Population, you and I, my friends. Funny people in a funny place. And we make people laugh. We're really good at that. We really are. So cheers to us, my friends. So what's going on in your lives today, my friends? I'd really like to hear. I heard from Rose Glad yesterday. Sadly, her recently adopted pooch, Maika'i, I'm so sorry. I'll never get that name right, though. I'm willing to try again, though. If you send me your pronunciation of it, Rose, I will try it again. But anyways, let's not talk about me. He broke his leg. And so she spent the day at the vet the other day. So, yeah, he broke his leg. And I think yesterday was grocery shopping. I do apologize. I'm a little fuzzy right now, but yeah, sorry to hear that. Hope he's doing okay, though. I hope both your dogs are doing okay, and I hope you're doing okay too, Rose. Really appreciate you sharing that. And once again, sorry to hear that. And give him our love. It's such a good looking pooch. So just let him know we love him. And I heard from Michelle Finnerty yesterday. Facebook is a weird entity. Michelle is an awesome poster. Her posts just awesome stuff. It's not offensive stuff. It's funny. And now her account is temporary, not suspended, but I don't know. It's got restrictions on her account. She can't post to groups right now because I believe Facebook thinks that she might be a bot or whatever because of how much she's posting. It's ridiculous. And if anyone has any idea how you fix that or what you do to fix that, let me know and I'll let Michelle know. She's not kicked off Facebook or anything. She just can't post to groups, and it really sucks because she posts the best stuff, right, folks? I mean, you've been in this group for a while. If you've been in this group for more than 10 minutes, you know that she's the top poster in the group, and she posts the best stuff. So, if anyone has any experience with dealing with Facebook when getting that kind of thing fixed up, because she's not a bot. I mean, it's obvious that she's not a bot. And I said her account's not shut down. She just can't post to groups right now. She's got restrictions on her account. So any ideas, let me know or, comment on here because like I said, she's still on Facebook so she can see the comments here. All right, I just said the same thing 4 times, but yeah, so that's crap. But I heard that from Michelle. Sorry to hear that, Michelle. And I know it's probably because you post so much on these groups and we appreciate it. And I hate to be the reason for you having these issues. Let's see, what am I doing? Let's see, what did I do yesterday? I did a lot of laundry. I did a lot of laundry yesterday, and it was kind of unexpected. I mean, I had to do laundry, but I did a lot of laundry, and that was the biggest thing. Hung out with Wendy. That's the biggest thing. That's the most awesome thing, of course. My wonderful, beautiful wife, Wendy. But yeah, that's about it. And I'm not that exciting of a life. I've been planning on watching a movie. The last couple of days I've been planning on watching a movie, and it hasn't happened. And I think I should watch a 3D movie because I got that new to me 3D TV, and the 3D's awesome on it. And I haven't watched a 3D movie in a long time, so maybe I should do that. But I also have to find some way to black out the light. I got to get some blackout curtains or blackout blinds for this small window next to me here because we face southwest. And at this time of year in Alberta, where we live, that's a lot of light till really late. So that's a minor thing. I'd like to maybe watch a movie later on today. But other than that, I don't even know if I got groceries I gotta get. I don't think we need groceries. No serious plans. I should get off my butt and go for a walk, but it's going to be 30 degrees Celsius, above 30 degrees Celsius here. So we have a heat warning, so that's uncomfortable for walking in. And what's 30 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit? Let me ask the robots. Okay, Google, what's 30 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit?
30 degrees Celsius is equal to 86 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's 86 degrees Fahrenheit, my friend. So that's a pretty warm day, and I don't really want to go walking in that. But hey, I'm always looking for some excuse, apparently. So those are my vacuous plans and what happened yesterday. And, you know, we heard from, like I said, once again, Michelle Finnerty. Oh, we also heard from Melissa Carnahan. Heard from Melissa Carnahan on YouTube. Commented on, well, we post these same videos on YouTube. She had just got back from hanging out with Parker. That's her grandson, who she watches during the week. And also they got a really cool pooch there too. So, and I know she loves doing that. So that's what she was doing. And once again, we hope Michelle, we hope you get your account issue straightened out, because you shouldn't be having these issues. It's just ridiculous. And really sorry to hear about. I'm gonna try it. Maika'i, that beautiful boy with his broken leg. And I hope he mends quickly. So that's what we heard. That's what was going on in my life, and that's what we heard from Rose Glad and from Michelle and from Melissa Carnahan. What's going on in your life, my friends? Why don't you leave a comment on this video? I'd love to talk about it tomorrow. It doesn't have to be anything in great detail, just a little blurb. Anything. We'd love if you'd share, my friends. Got a couple of great posts I'd like to share with you. These are posts from Chris Berrey and Lizzy Grin. Found these this morning right before we started recording this video, my friends. I'm running behind, and I'm not in a rush or anything, just everything seems to be taking a long time today. So we're going to start off with Chris Berrey's post. This made me laugh. Like, I found this 10 minutes ago. Really appreciate the post, Chris. We're going to bring it up right now, so it's not just me appreciating it. And oh my gosh, you know, it is so freaking true. I'll bring that up. And yeah, the imagery is from The Shining, the movie The Shining. And I'm not going to explain the meme. It's just, yeah, hit the nail on the head with that one. All right, going to take that one down there. You know, so this is particularly apropos, I guess, after we're just talking about Michelle Finnerty's account problems. Once again, if you can help with that, let us know. Or if you have experience with that, let us know. Thank you very much. And stop talking about that. Thanks, Chris. Made me laugh. And once again, the timing is perfect. And then the next one is from Lizzy Grin. Lizzy Grin, you should recognize that name. Lizzy Grin shares some of the most awesome stuff on the group, and she shares a lot of stuff on the group. And just always appreciated Lizzy bringing up that post right now. And this is so freaking true. Oh my gosh, it's so frustrating too when you just want to enjoy some freaking toast and you can't butter it. It's not the first time I've seen this, but I laugh every time I do, and I haven't seen it for a long time. Therefore, I don't care if it's shared to the group again, because if it's like new again, because it's been a while. Thank you, Lizzy, and this really did make me laugh, folks. One thing I'll say about this, and it's not the same if you microwave the butter for a little bit either. It's somehow different. Anyways, that's my biggest problem in life. Life's pretty good. Thank you, Lizzy. Thank you, Chris. We really appreciate those posts, friends. We appreciate all your awesome posts. We wouldn't have so many people here if this place wasn't funny. And we're funny because of what you're posting, my friends. So keep them coming. And you know, if you think, this is dangerous, I shouldn't be doing this, but if you think something you post is particularly funny, tag me in it. Because I'm not the only person approving posts, so I don't always see them as soon as they get in here, right? So yeah, tag me in it. And now don't go overboard. Honestly, don't go overboard. If this does backfire on me, this is gonna suck me for a bit on Facebook. But yeah, if you have a post, I mean, we always think our posts are funny. I know that. But if you have one that's really like, okay, this is like the bee's knees, you know, something really, really funny, tag me in it. And you know, to make sure it gets my attention, and maybe I'll share it, you know, because I want your input. I want a little bit of back and forth between us, and this might give us a little bit too. Don't forget, we also want to hear about your day, folks. So yeah, that's why we're awesome, folks. We're awesome because of you and because of all these great posts. And who knows? Maybe I'll share your post tomorrow. All right. So this is where I should have a video of me just going through on a Segway going. Or something like that. But I don't have a Segway, and I don't know anyone with a Segway. But let's see where we are. Actually, where am I actually? Speaking of, this is where I should be. What time is it? No, I told you what time it was when I started this. And then I told you what the date was, or is actually. It still is that date on my side of the planet. And on the other side of the planet with my friends in Melbourne and other places in Australia. And then I asked about your day. I told you about my day. And we told you about that crappy stuff happening to Michelle's account. Once again, if you have any experience with this kind of stuff and have some tips or anything on how to get these restrictions lifted, let me know. And I'll pass them on to Michelle. Unless you know Michelle, then pass them on to her directly. Anyways, let's go. And then we talked about Rose Glad's pooch there, Maika'i, the cute little guy, the adopted pooch, breaking his leg. I know he's going to get better fast. He was a young pooch, but still, it's sorry to hear that. Once again, tell him we love him. And then, hey, Melissa Carnahan said hi on YouTube. That's awesome. So glad you're still watching. And let's see what happened. And then we shared a couple of posts. One from Chris Berrey, one from Lizzy Grin. Both of them were great posts. And then right here, I always get real loud and say, and now to the bad jokes. The problem with candy jokes is they're either too sweet or too corny. Did you hear about the wig thief that escaped from prison? Police are combing the area for him. Why did the Energizer Bunny go to jail? He was charged with battery. What do you get when you cross a fish with an elephant? Swimming trunks. Did you hear about the guy who's afraid of escalators? He takes steps to avoid them. What do you call somebody who raises hens? A chicken tender. Did you know that the Swedish Navy paints barcodes on each of its ships? That way, when they return to port, they can just Scandinavian. Dogs can't operate MRI machines, but cats can. I was going to tell you a great joke about construction, but I'm still working on it. My friend told me he was a compulsive liar, but I don't believe him. I sure hope some of those jokes made you laugh, because it took me a long time to put them together today, because I had to do all the work myself. The joke section is the toughest part. I say this every day. It is the toughest part to put together, but I definitely think it's worthwhile. It's probably the most rewarding part of this video, because it's the one I get the most feedback on. People tell me, yes, they like the jokes, they have a good time, it makes them laugh, and I also share the jokes as a standalone video. I share that to Instagram and to TikTok and to YouTube, where I also share a regular video here. Like I said, people respond well to the jokes, even though they are, admittedly, quite a few of them bad jokes. Some of them are pretty funny once in a while. And I if they make you laugh, it makes me happy. Because that's the whole point of me telling those jokes, my friends. To make you laugh. What's the point of telling a joke if you don't want somebody to laugh? Sometimes that somebody's just yourself. But no, I am trying to make other people laugh, I promise. And I want to tell your jokes too. I really do. Why don't you send your jokes to jokes@wellithoughtitwasfunny.com, and if I use your joke, I'm going to give you credit for your jokes. I promise. It's like my friend Dave Knapp. Dave sends in jokes all the time, and I'm always crediting him for those jokes. Why? Because he earned it. I'm not going to steal your jokes. So if you send in jokes and I use them, I'm going to credit you too. Send your jokes to jokes@wellithoughtitwasfunny.com. And if I use your jokes, the world's going to know I used your jokes. And you know what else would be really cool? You really want to blow the socks off the world? Why don't you record a short video of you telling a joke? That's right. Grab your phone, turn on the camera, make sure it's facing you, click video, click record, and tell a joke into that phone. And then send that to me at jokes@wellithoughtitwasfunny.com. And maybe one of these days you'll be watching one of these videos, that joke segment comes up, I introduce it, and bang! There you are, telling a joke, making the world laugh. Come on, folks, let's do it. This is going to be an awesome, awesome thing if we do this. Come on, I dare you. I double dog dare you. Let's wrap up this video, my friends. I started it late, and I'm a little slow today. I don't know why I've been fuzzy these last few days. Could be the heat. It's been really hot. Last night I slept okay, though. I put the air conditioner in. First time this year, my friends. So, anyways, that's with me. I want to talk about us, not talk about me. I said this at the beginning of the video. I'm going to say it right now. And I love saying this. So many people in this group. It's just amazing. And what I like to call us, I'm going to call us again, the funniest city on the internet. Population you and I, friends. Funny people in a funny place, making people laugh. And that's been my plan for most of my life, is make people laugh. And we're doing it. We're doing it with your help. We're doing it because of you, not with your help. You're dragging me along. I really appreciate that. I really do. I really appreciate the fact that you think this is a good place to hang out, a good place to, find your funny stuff and to share your funny stuff. That makes my day, my friends. I'm going to be here again tomorrow. I know a bunch of you are. Hopefully we'll have some new people. And if we don't, we're already the funniest city on the internet, right? Exactly. Cheers, folks, and all the love.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I think it was funny.
Well, I thought 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 it was funny.